It's a beautiful evening up here in Nevada County. It's time for episode 3 of my perfect landing series. I'm gonna be working on my wheel landings again, but tonight I got Johnny here. He's gonna film me with the fancy camera. So hopefully I'll be able to get some good footage of from the outside to kind of see what my landings are looking like. So here we go. All right, so a wheel landing in a tail dragger aircraft is where the airplane comes along and you kind of just fly it right onto the runway, and the main wheels right here touch down first, and the tail is still up in the air. And so then you kind of, once your wheels touch down, you give it a little extra down elevator, and it kind of noses down a little more, and it just kind of plants the wheels down firmly on the runway. And then you kind of roll out, and then as you slow down, your tail comes down, and you taxi off. A 3-point landing is a little bit slower attitude and a little higher angle of attack, and the goal is to kind of have all 3 wheels touch down at the same time. Sometimes the tail will hit a little bit earlier on a 3-point landing, which is okay, but a 3-point landing is normally much slower and closer to stall speed, where a wheel landing, you're going to be at a little bit faster speed. And the reason for a wheel landing, the main reason is if you're in kind of windy conditions, you just want a little more speed because it'll give you a little more control over the airplane when the wind's kind of blowing you around. And it also gives you better visibility down the runway because you're not trying to see over the cowling. And it also, if you're landing in kind of a rocky spot, it kind of protects your tail wheel a little bit because it kind of keeps your tail wheel up out of the rocks. So we're gonna go and work on some wheel landings and see how they do. For tonight, my plan is to try and perfect my kind of tail low wheel landings, which means I'm going to be coming down with the tail just off the runway, and as soon as the main touch, then I'm going to push the tail up and hopefully plant the aircraft. We'll see how it works. The old Super Chief, with the big wings and the light wing loading, it wants to fly. So most of the time when I'm trying to do my wheel landings, I'm coming in too fast and it just bounces, and a little bounce turns into me sailing back into the air because it wants to fly so much. So we'll see how it goes. All right, beautiful evening to go flying. Johnny out there with the camera. Go around the patch a few times and see if we can grease a landing or two here. Oh man, it's just beautiful up here. Okay, traffic, Super Chief turning crosswind 25, setting on. What we're going to try and do, come in with kind of a tail low attitude, not quite a 3-pointer, but just kind of a slow wheel landing. As soon as the wheels touch, we're going to push the nose over and just kind of plant the airplane. Hopefully it'll be smooth and we'll go rolling right down the runway. That's the goal. The reality is, probably won't be that smooth and we'll probably bounce a little bit. So, this could be interesting. Oh yeah, this is going to be nice. All right, right on center line. Slow it down. As soon as we touch down. Oh, whoa. Wow.
Nevada County traffic, small is on a 5-mile 45, runway 25, Nevada County.
That was pretty ugly, but I know it was over harder than I had to, that's for sure.
I have them all in sight. I think I have time to pull in front of the M&L.
I'm looking, but use your discretion. I'll see you eventually. Oh, I see you. Oh yeah, you got tons of time.
All right, let's swing it around and try this one again. I want to try it with just a little bit faster and not nose over quite so hard. There it is. Oh, man.
That was a greasy one. And Nevada County traffic, Super Chief is on the go, 25. Now that was a nice wheel landing. If I could do that every time. Oh.
Yeah, that's all for this one. A couple of those wheel landings felt pretty nice, so I'm hoping that they came out good on the from the outside of the plane. But you know, keep practicing and keep practicing. So, cheers. Yeah, I felt like I had a couple good. Like, I felt like I had some pretty smooth ones.
Yeah, the flying was great.
Yeah.
The filming was garbage. I don't know how to run that thing. Couldn't get the focus. Couldn't get the zoom. And then I made the mistake of going out there without a radio, so I had no idea what was happening. So I was at the wrong end of the airport.
Oh, well, hopefully we got some good footage.
I got better pictures of that 172 that took off
Oh,
than you.
all right. Cheers. Well, let's do this. Cheers.
Oh, doing a little.
Yeah. If you enjoy the show, subscribe to my channel right here, and you can check out maybe one of my other perfect landing videos down here.